Horton's world welcomes you. From the dawn of time, humanity has been drawn to the unknown. We crave answers, yet some mysteries beckon with a chilling allure. These are the whispers of curses and hexes. Throughout history, tales of these dark arts have haunted our stories and nightmares. But what is it about curses and hexes that continues to fascinate and terrify us? Curses and hexes. They evoke images of shadowy figures, ancient rituals, and whispered incantations. They are the language of vengeance, of jealousy, of desperation. For centuries, these practices have been shrouded in secrecy, passed down through generations in hushed tones. They offer a seductive promise, the power to shape the world to your will, to inflict pain on your enemies. But like any source of power, curses and hexes come with a price. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the heart of this darkness. We will delve into the history of curses and hexes, exploring their origins, their practices, and their devastating impact. From cursed artifacts to vengeful spirits, we will confront the terrifying reality of these ancient practices. Prepare yourself, for the path we tread is not for the faint of heart. We are about to peer into the abyss, to confront the shadows that lurk within the human soul. This is the dark side of curses and hexes. The power of words is undeniable, but what happens when words are imbued with malice, charged with the raw energy of our darkest desires? They become curses, venomous whispers launched into the universe, seeking to inflict harm. Curses are deliberate acts of magic, fueled by powerful emotions and often accompanied by rituals and incantations. Ancient cultures recognized the potential for harm that lay dormant within the spoken word. Words, once uttered, could linger in the air, festering and growing in power. The anatomy of a curse. At their core, curses are about disrupting the natural order, about bending the fabric of reality to suit the will of the caster. They can target individuals, families, communities, even entire nations. Curses can be as simple as a whispered threat or as elaborate as a ritualistic ceremony. The effectiveness of a curse often depends on the skill and intention of the caster, as well as the vulnerability of the target. In some cases, a curse can act as a self-fulfilling prophecy, amplifying existing negativity. Hexes aimed and unleashed. Hexes are specific, targeted acts of magic designed to bring about a particular outcome, often with a focus on revenge. If curses are the battering ram, hexes are the assassin's blade. Hexes are often associated with folk magic traditions and involve a deep understanding of natural elements. Methods used to cast a hex can involve poppets, cursed objects, or incantations. Regardless of the method, the intent remains the same: to inflict harm, to punish, to exact revenge. The Hope Diamond's Trail of Tears. Few objects hold as much allure and dread as the Hope Diamond. This dazzling blue gem carries a chilling reputation, a curse that follows its every move. Legend has it that it was once the eye of a Hindu idol stolen from its sacred shrine. One of the diamond's earliest known owners, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, reportedly met a gruesome end. The diamond passed from hand to hand, each owner seemingly succumbing to untimely deaths or madness. Marie Laveau, vengeance dressed in velvet. In New Orleans, Marie Laveau, the legendary voodoo queen, reigned supreme. Feared and revered, Laveau was said to possess a power that could heal, grant wishes, and unleash devastating hexes. She conducted rituals in Congo Square, her voice rising above the rhythmic drums. Those who sought her out came from all walks of life, seeking vengeance against their enemies. Her most potent weapon was her hex, said to bring a man to his knees with a single word. Pause 5's The Scottish Play, a stage set for tragedy. For centuries, a chilling shadow has hung over the world of theater, the curse of Macbeth. The origins of the curse are uncertain, but some believe it stems from the play's use of actual witchcraft rituals. Others claim that the play itself is cursed, its words imbued with a dark energy. From unexplained fires to freak accidents, the play has been plagued by misfortune. Actors have fallen ill, suffered career-ending injuries, and even died under mysterious circumstances. Tutankhamun's tomb, a pharaoh's revenge. In the Valley of the Kings lies the tomb of Tutankhamun, the boy pharaoh. Beyond the dazzling treasures lies a chilling tale of a curse whispered to have been etched into the tomb's walls. When Howard Carter unearthed the tomb in 1922, a series of strange events began to unfold. Lord Carnarvon, the patron of the expedition, died suddenly, fueling speculation of the pharaoh's curse. Over the years, several other members of Carter's team died prematurely, adding to the legend. Evelyn clutched the worn photograph, its edges softened by countless tearful clutches. Betrayal, sharp and cold, had shattered their love, leaving her with a heart full of ashes and a thirst for retribution. Driven by despair, she sought solace in the forbidden. An old woman, rumored to possess knowledge of the ancient ways, lived on the outskirts of town. Evelyn, her heart pounding, made her way to the woman's cottage, the photograph a burning ember in her hand. The old woman listened, her gaze sharp, as Evelyn poured out her tale of heartbreak. The path of vengeance is fraught with thorns, child. Are you sure you're willing to bleed for it? The ritual was a blur of flickering candlelight, whispered incantations, and the acrid scent of burning herbs. Evelyn, guided by the old woman's instructions, focused all her pain and rage into the hex. It wasn't long before the effects began to manifest. Michael lost his job, his promising career crumbling. His relationships soured, leaving him isolated and alone. Evelyn reveled in a cold satisfaction, but a creeping unease began to gnaw at her resolve. The nightmares started subtly, shadows dancing at the edge of her vision, but they grew in intensity, morphing into vivid, terrifying visions. Her reflection in the mirror began to distort, her features taking on a haggard cast. She was plagued by a persistent sense of being watched, followed. The darkness she had unleashed had seeped into her life, poisoning everything it touched. She had become a prisoner in her own life, haunted by the consequences of her actions. The realm of curses and hexes often feels like a realm of shadows and whispers. Yet even within this domain, science and psychology offer intriguing insights. The placebo effect, a well-documented phenomenon, shows the power of belief. When we believe something will work, our brains can trigger physiological changes. This principle suggests that believing in a curse can impact our thoughts, emotions, and physical well-being. The fear and anxiety associated with believing oneself to be cursed can manifest in various ways, from insomnia to physical ailments. The concept of a self-fulfilling prophecy complicates the relationship between belief and reality in the context of curses. A self-fulfilling prophecy occurs when our expectations influence our behavior, making those expectations come true. Imagine a young woman who believes herself cursed in love, destined for heartbreak. This belief might lead her to sabotage relationships, pushing away partners, or misinterpreting actions. Her belief in the curse becomes the driving force behind her romantic misfortunes. The language of curses often reinforces their potential impact. Curses are frequently laden with vivid imagery, invoking symbols of darkness and misfortune. These images can shape our perceptions and influence our responses. Consider the phrase bad luck, often used with curses. Labeling something as bad luck can create a feedback loop. We might see patterns where none exist, attributing setbacks to the curse. The psychological impact of curses cannot be overstated. It is important to note that while the power of belief can be a double-edged sword, capable of both healing and harming, it is ultimately our choice how we wield that power. We can choose to live in fear, allowing our anxieties and insecurities to dictate our actions, or we can choose to confront our fears head-on, seeking solace in our own inner strength and resilience. Just as the placebo effect demonstrates the mind's ability to heal, so too can our beliefs empower us to overcome adversity. By cultivating a positive mindset, focusing on gratitude and self-compassion, we can begin to shift our perceptions, transforming fear into courage and doubt into unwavering self-belief. In the digital age, where information travels at the speed of light and ancient wisdom collides with modern technology, it's no surprise that curses and hexes have found new life online. Social media platforms have become virtual altars where spells are cast, curses are whispered, and the lines between the physical and digital worlds blur. From TikTok witches sharing hexes to Instagram influencers peddling protection spells, hashtags like #curses, #hexes, and #witchcraft yield millions of results, offering a glimpse into a subculture that is both fascinating and unsettling. The rise of digital witchcraft is part of a larger trend, a growing interest in paganism, Wicca, and other earth-based spiritualities. This neo-pagan revival, as it's often called, embraces a reverence for nature, a connection to the cycles of the earth, and a belief in the interconnectedness of all things. For many neo-pagans, the practice of magic, including curses and hexes, is seen as a way to tap into the power of the natural world, to harness the energies that flow through all living things. It's a way to reclaim ancient wisdom, to connect with a lineage of healers, seers, and wise women who were often demonized and persecuted throughout history. However, within the neo-pagan community, there is a strong emphasis on ethical practice. The Wiccan Rede, a central tenet of many pagan traditions, states, "And it harm none, do what ye will," emphasizing the importance of using magic responsibly and avoiding harm to others. The ethical dilemma, to hex or not to hex. The question of whether or not to hex is a complex one, fraught with ethical and moral considerations. For some, the very act of hexing, regardless of the intent, is seen as inherently wrong, a violation of free will and an invitation for negative energy to enter one's life. Others argue that hexes can be a form of self-defense, a way to protect oneself or others from harm. They point out that throughout history, marginalized groups have often turned to magic as a way to fight back against oppression, to seek justice when traditional avenues have failed them. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to hex is a personal one, guided by one's own moral compass and understanding of the potential consequences. It's a decision that should not be taken lightly, for the path of magic, like any path of power, is not without its risks and rewards. Beyond belief, the enduring power of curses and hexes. Whether we choose to believe in them or not, curses and hexes continue to exert a powerful hold on our collective imagination. They tap into our deepest fears, our anxieties about the unknown, and our desire to understand the forces that shape our lives. In a world where we often feel powerless in the face of larger forces, economic uncertainty, political turmoil, environmental crisis, curses and hexes offer a seductive illusion of control. They suggest that there might be a way to influence the course of events, to tip the scales of fate in our favor. Echoes in the silence. As we emerge from this exploration of curses and hexes, the line between belief and reality blurs like a fading whisper. We are left with a profound sense of unease, a lingering feeling that perhaps, just perhaps, there are forces at work in the universe that we cannot fully comprehend. The stories we've uncovered, passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones, are more than just tales to frighten children. They are echoes of a time when magic and superstition were intertwined with everyday life, when the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms were fluid, porous. While science may offer explanations for some of the phenomena attributed to curses and hexes, there remains a residue of mystery, a sense that some things defy rational explanation. And perhaps that is where the true power of curses and hexes lies, in their ability to tap into our deepest fears, our anxieties about the unknown, and our primal desire to make sense of a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. The unsettling truth. Curses and hexes remind us of the duality of human nature. Within each of us resides the capacity for both great love and profound darkness. They challenge us to confront the shadows within ourselves. The desire for revenge can fester in the hidden corners of our hearts. In these dark grounds, curses take root, feeding on our negative emotions. Yet they also remind us of the resilience of the human spirit. For every life destroyed by a curse, many emerge stronger and more compassionate. The power of curses lies in shaping our internal landscapes. The choice is ours, to succumb to fear or embrace our own agency. And above all, respect the journey. There's more to curses and hexes than meets the eye, and a profound appreciation for the precious and fleeting gift of life. The curses and hexes can never erase the impact of a life lived with intention and love. Whether ultimately product of our collective imagination or something entirely unexpected, the journey itself is a testament to the power of human curiosity, the importance of scientific inquiry, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Yet they also represent strength, wisdom, and the potential for transformation. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of curses and hexes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Horton's World for more explorations into the world's most fascinating myths and legends. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What other mythical creatures or legends would you like us to explore next? Share your ideas and let's keep the flame of mystery burning bright. And as always, stay curious.